なかなか順調のようですね。
ああ、こちらの準備も9割方目処がついた。今回のオーダーには何とか間に合わせられるだろ
う。お疲れ様です、博士。カンパネルラ、レギオンたちの動きは？
ちょっと前にブルブランが遊んでいたみたいだけど、もう手は引いたみたいだね。レンはリベールに去ってから戻ってくる気配はなさそうだ。そして彼女についてはまあ様子見でいいんじゃない？式神は貸してくれたけど、今のところ介入するつもりは一切ないみたいだし。
わかりました。マイスターと同様、彼らの意志に任せてください。
しかしレギオンには全ての行動の自由を与えるか。あの方の決めたこととはいえ、いささか理不尽な掟だね。
全てはマスターのおぼし飯。是非を問う必要はありません。それよりいらっしゃったようですね。
おや、来たかね。
時間通りだね。
お待たせしました。もう始めているようですね。
いえ、始めたばかりです。例の件についてはもうよろしいのですか？
ええ、あとは破壊殿に全てをお任せしてきました。それでクロスベルでしたね。かの地に赴くのは私もいささか久しぶりです。
あまりの変わりように目を丸くするんじゃない？現代の動力文明では最先端の大都市だろうしね。
私も完成前にもう一度顔を出してみるつもり。どうだね、せっかくだから現地で落ち合うとしようか。
ええ、依存はありません。
ではお二方、以後は一切をお任せします。減塩計画、あの方の最終計画のためには欠かせないステップです。第一段階としての仕掛け、よろしくお願いしますよ。
了解だ。
全てはマスターのために。
厳重ですか？
ええ、その通りよ。単なる魔獣とは言い難い大型で不可思議なモンスター。そんな存在がクロスベル各地で発見されるようになっている。
私らが見たやつだ。結局とどめを刺す前に逃がしてしまったけど、
こんな魔獣が。
そういった情報は流れてはいましたが。
それだけじゃない、他のタイプも確認されている。
これは
急降山に現れた。
おいおい、また出たのかよ。
先日同じタイプのものが北の山岳地帯に出現しやがってな。そちらのスコットたちにすでに退治されている。
そうだったんですか。
もしかしてお二人で退治なさったんですか？
ああ、不意をついてなんとか倒すことができたよ。これも君たちの方から情報が回っていたおかげだな。
ただどうにも妙な手応えでな。アーツの効き方が異なる上に光るようにして消えてしまった。
やはり
俺たちが戦った時と全く同じみてえだな。
しかし山岳地帯ということは今度は屋外に現れたんだね。
ええ、これまでにも塔や総員など異常な場所は確認されているわ。どうやら何らかの理由で場の歪みが発生していると推測されているのだけど、でもこれらの幻獣は山岳地帯や故障地帯などにも出現しているの。ひょっとしたら場の歪みがそうした屋外にも現れているのかもしれない。
そんなゾッとしない話だな。では私たちをここに呼んだ理由というのは？
ああ、これらの幻獣への対応をギルドと特務支援課の双方に頼みたくてな。独立提唱がなされて以来、ベルガード、タングラム両門でやや緊張状態が続いている。せめて住民投票が終わるまではそちらに集中しておきたいんだ。
わかりました。引き受けさせていただきます。
分担に関してはこちらに任せてもらっても？
ええ、データはお渡しするからそちらにお任せするわ。それとできれば原因の特定も頼みたいの。
原因？なぜそうした幻獣がいきなり現れたか。
ええ、魔獣の発生は昔から一定のサイクルで起きているけど、この幻獣に関してはそこから外れた異常事態と言っても過言ではないでしょう。
間違いなく何か原因があるはずだ。場の歪みを発生させて常識外れの大型魔獣が現れるだけの。
なるほど。
ギルドの名にかけて必ずや突き止めてみせよう。
しかしあんたたちとこんな形で共闘するとはね。
最初の頃からすると想像もつかんね。
まあこっちもそれなりに成長してるってこと。いや実際大したもんだよ。もし警察をクビになったらいつでも歓迎させてもらうぜ。
そうそう、特にティオちゃんなんかギルド向きだと思うのよね。そう言われましてもお言葉だけいただいておきます。
でも幻獣ですか。確かに気になりますね。
ああ、とりあえず手分けすることにしよう。警備隊から回ってきたのは全部で5件。君たちにはそのうち2件を受け持ってもらいたい。
へえ、随分と気前がいいじゃないか。いいんですか？そちらの分担が多くてもただでさえ有吉さんが今は動けない状況なのに。
だからこそさ、彼が動けない分あんたたちにも必ずしわ寄せが来るはずだよ。元より魔獣退治は私たちのお箱。お互い他の仕事もあるし効率的に分担すべきでしょ。助かります。
なんだか申し訳ないですね。
何、お互い様さ。それに君たちの方には結社の問題もあるからな。
はい。
たくその問題もあるんだよな。
結社なんでも遊撃士協会とはいろいろと因縁があるとか。ええ、リベールの異変でもエステルちゃんたちをはじめとする遊撃士がやり合ったし、それ以外にも各地の事件で幾度となくぶつかっているわね。
帝国のギルドが一時壊滅状態に陥ったのももっともその後の衰退の原因は帝国軍の圧力によるものだがな。
そうなんですか。
しかし聞けば聞くほど捉えどころのねえ連中。いずれにせよギルドの方でも未だ実態がつかめていない連中だ。何が目的かわからないがくれぐれも気をつけるといい。
困ったことがあったら遠慮なく連絡してきなよ。正直連中に関してはこっちも人事じゃないんだし。
わかりました。
何かあれば遠慮なく頼らせていただきます。
Alright, hello, and welcome back everyone to another exciting episode of Trails to Azure. We are back in action with chapter 3, Budding Turmoil. Oof, those opening scenes has a lot. First off, Ouroboros. Now, I don't exactly remember the names of each anguish, but I guess the 6th anguish is the professor, right? But the 7th anguish, who was it? Because it has a different voice actor as well, so I'm not really sure. And also cryptid, so it originates from this game, huh? And maybe even from the Sky, because I didn't play the Sky, but yeah, we have cryptids too in Cold Steel. They are tough. So reported sighting of a large enigmatic monster. See after various cryptids in Crossbell State has recently been confirmed. The CGF is currently working to gain more insight into the situation. Little is known about these cryptids aside from the simple fact that they exist. As such, countermeasures have yet to be devised. All recorded details regarding the cryptids are provided on the following pages. Case A, Arsenal Road. Okay. Possesses various tortoise-like characteristics. Sighted by a guardsman on patrol, no attempt was made to engage as the creature did not stray from its location over a short observation period. It does, however, grow aggressive when approached directly. Okay, plant-like creature possesses an enormous mouth, sighted by a resident of the nearby boat shed. This report has yet to be verified by the CGF. It does not move from its general location. Okay.
ウルスラ街道の中州と東クロスペル街道の外れか。どちらも最近あまり立ち寄ってなかったな。
急行山に現れたのほどでかくはねえみたいだが、万全の準備はしといた方が良さそうだぜ。
それと原因の特定ですか？
時、空、幻の上位3属性が働いているという報告もあるみたいだし、
上位属性の働きに関してはただ原因となるとちょっと難しいかもしれません。
確かに銅や総員についても原因は分かってないみたいだし、そういえば古戦場にある太陽の砦もそうなんだっけ？ああ、俺たちが乗り込んだ時は確かにそうだったけど、
ただ事件が解決した後は何の異常も起きていないらしいの。総員にあったような金が原因でもなさそうだし、
そうなると本当に原因は特定が難しそうですね。
ま、とにかく行くだけ行ってみようぜ。どうせ他の仕事なんかも入ってきてるんだろうし。
そうだな。よし、支援要請をチェックしてから。
Ooh, Taste of Crossbell. Crossbell News Service is planning to publish the Gourmand Guide to Crossbell, which will detail various eateries across the state. Counterfeit Caper came down to Crossbell Station ASAP, and eater helped me to catch a counterfeit dealer. Stranger danger. My son seems to be up to something but hasn't told me a thing about it. I suspect that it has something to do with the suspicious man who visited the village a few days ago. Would you be able to investigate? Oh, I think I know what this is. Amorca village. Yeah. I did saw the strange man. We would like to petition the special support section for assistance in gathering material for this project. For more details, please ask for the editor in charge and the guide at our reception desk. Oh, dangerous monster Megalobat has been sighted in the old desert mine outside Mainz. Okay. Pretty standard.
やっぱり結構な数の依頼が来ているみたいだな。アリオスさんが動けないからじゃないとは思うけど。
そうね。今日は課長が病院にお見舞いに行っているみたいだけど、私たちも近いうちに
だな。キーボーは昨日行ったらしいし、結構落ち込んでたよな。
はい。ちょっと心配です。
車を使えば病院まではそんなにかかりませんし、時間があったらお見舞いに行きましょう。
ああ、そうするか。しかし目の回復手術か。やっぱりまだまだ難しい領域みたいだね。そうだな。
今回の手術も決して失敗というわけじゃないみたい。
Alright, as usual, let me explore Crossbell and its vicinity, and I'll get back to you guys. Alright, I'm back from exploring and reloading. So now we're gonna do all the important part. First is to feed Kopi. We didn't get a chance before because we are in Michelin. I guess Emerald. Send. I don't think send is that good, right? Enemies more likely to notice you when on the field. I don't know if I like that. But I might be able to use it to swap it with something. I'm gonna talk to Kea. Oh, hey guys. Is everything okay, Kea? You haven't been the same since you visited Shizuku yesterday. I'll be okay. Hey Lloyd, is it gonna be hard to fix Shizuku's eyes? Well, probably, if I had to guess. It doesn't sound like the surgery was a complete failure, but she still has a long way to go. I see. Hey now, kiddo. I know it's hard, but you can't let it go down you forever, alright? The last thing Shizuku wants is for you to be all in the dumps before. Randy's got a point, Kea. Shizuku needs you now more than ever. Your encouragement and friendship are the best medicine he could ask for. Yeah, you guys are right. I have to cheer her up next time I see her. That's what best friends do for each other. Thanks guys, I'm feeling a little better now. Oh yeah, I promised the others I'll play with them, so I should get going. Oh sure, just be careful out there. Do you think she'll be okay? I sure hope so. At the very least, she perked up almost instantly just now. No time to mull it over though, let's get going. Okay, and speaking of that, why don't we do things outside of Crossbell first? Which, not much. Do we have new paint? I think this one's new. Okay, I'll do cool paint work. I'm gonna go to St. Ursula to visit Shizuku. I'm told that the SSS has taken on the cryptid investigation. My apologies, such matters are typically under Bracer jurisdiction, but with me being away from the guild right now. Knock it off, you don't need to worry about that. It's still a joint investigation, not like my kids are biting off more than they can chew. Trust them to take care of things for today at least, so you say. Come on, you know as well as anyone how much they've grown this year. Besides, you should be enjoying this time together while you have it. You don't get to do this early enough. If you ask me, a dad's place at times like this is right beside his daughter. I'm in your debt, Sergey. Thank you, Chief. That's very kind of you. Pardon us. The SSS? What are you guys doing here? I told him I'll be coming alone, since all of you are supposed to be busy today. Sorry about that, Chief. We want to check on Shizuku ourselves. Thank you for visiting, SSS. Oh, Shizuku, I've never seen you with your eyes open like that. Does that mean your sight is back? No, not exactly. Dr. Salem did everything that she could as the operating surgeon. On paper, the procedure was a success, but her vision has not fully recovered. All that has returned thus far is her ability to perceive light around her. That's so. I'm sorry to hear that. Don't worry about me, everyone. I'm okay. But since you're all here, would it be alright for us to take a walk to the roof together, Father? That'll be nice. I was just starting to think it's a little crowded in here. We could all use some fresh air. But Shizuku just had a surgery. Shouldn't she be taking it easy? The doctor said her condition is stable as long as she isn't exposed to strong light for an extended period of time. Seeing as today is a little overcast, there shouldn't be any issue with taking her outside. I'll inform the staff. Would you all help Shizuku out of the bed and make sure she's ready to go? Oh, Shizuku. So the Divine Blade of Wind has a soft spot for his darling little girl. Add him to the list, I suppose. He's always like that. Father is a kind man once you get to know him. Yeah, and now we can go for a little jog, skip and walk with the guy. We're up for it. I'm excited already. Watch your steps, Shizuku. I will, Father. The breeze is so nice, and the sunlight so warm, I almost forgot how bright it could get. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, Shizuku. Now that I think about it, Arios did mention something about you being able to perceive light again. I'm still not able to make out any details, but yes, that's right. I can sense how bright it is now, almost like there's a white haze all around me. A white haze? I think I can imagine it. Your eyes know there's light there, but it's not the same as having vision. Oh, you don't have to be sad for my sake, everyone. I'm very happy with how well the surgery went. You are? Well, at first I was upset that I didn't get all of my eyesight back, of course. At that point, I started giving up hope that I was ever going to get better. Shizuku. But after thinking about it, I realized this was the first treatment I've ever had that's made this much progress. That means my eyes can still get better, even if it takes a long time. It gave me a reason to believe again. Plus, I don't want to let down Father, Kea, and everyone at the hospitals been supporting me. So I'm not going to give up. I want to continue my treatment. Shizuku, you're amazing. Not everyone has that kind of strength. Well, I don't know if I'd call it strong. I still need everyone's help. Without Father here to pay my hospital bills for me, I don't know what I will do. As long as you don't give up, I'll support you for as long as it takes. So don't worry about that, Shizuku. Just focus on getting better for us. That's exactly what your mother would want too. You're right, Father. Thank you. I know Mother's with the goddess watching over us, so I'll keep doing my best to make a recovery for you and her both. Kid's got some fire in her belly, eh? Adios? No question who her daddy is. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, does it? I'd say she gets it from her mother, if anything. It's almost time for us to return to your room, Shizuku. Doctor's orders. Oh, yes, of course. Alright, I should be getting back to work. You two enjoy your father-daughter time, Arios. Much appreciated, Sergei. We'll see you tonight, Chief. Will do. I'll be expecting to hear all about your cryptid investigation. With Divine Dad won't win here, taking some time off, this is your chance to close the gap. The Divine what? Later, guys. Thank you for coming, Chief. I can't believe he said that with the man himself still in the room. Who else do we know who could get away with that? Well, he is my former superior. I can afford him a little bit of leeway. Nevertheless, he was correct. I hope you have no objection to investigating the cryptids for today. I plan to be back to work first thing tomorrow. Until then, lend your aid to Scott, Wendell, Eolia, and Lynn. We will do what we can. Thank you for covering for Father, everyone. I hope your work goes well. And I'm glad you visited too. It was fun talking with you all. The pleasure was all ours, Shizuku. We'll come see you again soon. Take care. Oh my goodness, Shizuku. I hope you get your sight back. There is still one more thing we could do outside of Crossbell. In Belgard.
着いたぞ。
How's it hanging, Warrant Officer Muriel? Working hard or hardly working? You know very well the answer to that question. Honestly, Randy, I told you just the other day that I was promoted to second lieutenant. Ignore him. Congratulations on your promotion. Thank you, Sergeant Major. It feels nice to be moving up, but it also means I'm going to be saddled with additional responsibilities. I'll just have to buckle down and apply myself even more from here on out. Even more? Like you are walking around with a stun halberd up your butt already. You're gonna get burned out if you keep that up. You gotta learn how to chillax. Be as cool as the other side of the pillow. I don't recall asking for life advice from the local moron, Randy, but thank you for spoiling our pleasant conversation. From sure or not, some things are never going to change, huh? By the way, where's that gift I bought for your promotion? Are you going to wear it? You know, that shiny little thing I picked up at Michelin? You bought her a present jewelry even? Be reasonable, Randy. You should know I cannot wear something like that while in a uniform. I'm a ranking officer of the CGF. It's too flashy, so I put it away as a keep. I mean, I stuffed it away somewhere out of sight because I couldn't stand to look at it. That's right. I just tossed it in the back of my desk. You're blushing. You're like, cute. Okay, and that's all event that happens outside of Crossbell, I think. So let's get back to Crossbell. Okay. On the West Street. Yeah, they're all talking about the if we want to be independent or not. I think most of them wants to be independent. But they don't want the war though. Okay, Crossbell time. and some mini velo bike because we already got the stylish mirror. Next is the... let's go to Central. Because there is an event here as well, right? Right. Oh, it's Theo, and I see you brought the rest of the SSS. What's up, guys? Been a while. Hello, Chief Robert, Jonah. Are the two of you here for lunch? Yes, I wanted Jonah here to try eating healthy for once in his life. He had nothing but pizza while he was living in the Foundation headquarters in Le Mans State. Ah, yes, how could I forget? And what's this? I see he's barely touched any of its veggies. You're right, his plate is nothing but peppers and carrots now. Being a picky eater isn't good for you, Jonah. Don't treat me like some dumb kid, I'll eat whatever I want. Coming to a sit-down restaurant is a total waste of my time. I mean, forks, knife, why even bother? It's so much easier to just inhale a couple of slices of pizza while I'm on the computer. This can't be. You mean to say these scrumptious vegetables don't light up your palate? This is all my fault. I only wanted you to eat something more nutritious. Aha, I got it. I'll summon chefs from across the mirror to create the ultimate vegetable dish. One that even you can appreciate. Could you cut it out already? You wonder why we think you're so freaking annoying. You want me to stop being picky? Fine, just watch me. God, it's like eating weed. Maybe changing his ways won't be so easy after all. If only. Oh, I just remembered. You guys found out something about that clown dude who hacked the tower while you were at Michelin, right? Official police business, Jonah. We cannot comment. It's right, we did meet him at Michelin, but we should keep that what happened that night under wraps for now. Damn, so that's how it's gonna be, huh? Well, fine. Anyway, ever since the tower incidents, he hasn't shown up again on the net, but I still have to make him pay me back double for trashing my base. So if you hear any more details, send them my way, okay? Well, we cannot promise you anything. Why you gotta be such a stick in the mud? All you gotta do is upload the info into your database, then I can just hack into it later and take a look-see myself. This kid's serious right now? You should really consider behaving yourself on vacation now that IBC is supporting you. To that end, I would appreciate it if you keep a close eye on Chief. We cannot allow him to run rampant now that basic orbital network laws have gone into effect. That's absolutely right, Theo. You're under my care now, Jonah. I'm going to be watching over you like a hawk 24 hours a day. Hey, don't egg him on, Theo. You know what kind of hell you're putting me through? You should leave, everyone. Sure. Passing a buck is an art, and I'll say she got down the path. There's also a new recipe here. Herb pasta. And a new master quartz that we could buy at Genten. Pretty pricey. Oof. But I do like Scepter. Can I buy this? Oh, god damn it. Then that means we have to go to IBC first. Hello SSS, if you're looking for the acting CEO, she's currently on a business trip abroad. Acting CEO, that would be Belle. The board of directors assumed most of her father's duty as CEO and she was appointed shortly after. For the time being, that makes her the head of the IBC. Damn, that's pretty impressive for someone her age. But hardly surprising knowing Maribel. I think it's crazy no matter how you slice it. Her workload's a lot heavier now than it's before, I'm guessing. Yes, that would be correct. Fortunately, the board of directors is doing everything it can to lend its support and lift some of the burden. Now that she's the acting CEO, her duties are taking her far, wide, and everywhere in between. Yeah, they must be. I can't imagine how busy she must have been these last few weeks. Incidentally, Miss Croix should be returning sometime this evening. However, her schedule puts her right back to work tomorrow, with several business meetings and consultation with our various departments. I'm terribly sorry, but I don't think you'll be able to see her for the time being. Ah, that reminds me though, Miss Croix did leave a message for you. Oh, is this a pom-pom party account? Maribel plays too? Oh, surprise! As head of the technology department, it only stands to reason that I have an interest. Go ahead and register my account if you would. I'd be happy to use my skills to put you in your place. That's exactly how it reads. Is it now? Something tells me she wrote it especially for Lloyd, even got his exact reaction. You're undoubtedly correct. I wouldn't put it past Belle. It's just as Miss McDowell says, you always did know her best. Sounds like she isn't the acting CEO for nothing, and that impression of her was spot on too. Bravo, miss. I may have been laying it on a tad thick. Regardless, that was her message. Miss Kwa is never far from the orbital terminal. You may challenge her whenever you see fit. Alright, I'll keep it in mind. Yeah, let's go to the administrative district to find another recipe. Where was it? Ah, here's. And then we go to East Street to Long Lao. The SSS, fancy meeting you here. Hey Reese, are you here for lunch? Indeed, I came into town on my break for something to eat. The fried rice at this restaurant is simply delectable. Oh Reese, you haven't lost your love for food. She's right though, that does look good. But what about that plate count? She's gonna put Shanshan through college at this rate. There's something odd about seeing a church sister of a place like Long Lao. What an odd combination. Ellie doesn't seem to think that this is out of the order for Reese at all. Alright. Let's go to downtown district. Abbas knows so much about all sort of subject. I'm always learning something when I knew around him. Visit put the weirdest thing in the blender earlier. Was the Not at all. I don't interfere with any of the testament. They're big boys. I trust them to figure things out on their own. Not like you, Sergei, I see. Hazel and Yang always look like they're having fun when they whip up new cocktails. So I tried making one too. They said it looked too funky to put on the menu, but the ingredients are definitely good for the body. Here, try it yourself. Thanks. Mama's out drinking. She's been busy sorting through our inventory since early this morning. Downing a few stiff ones is her way of rewarding herself, she said. Yeah, this is another decoration. We need 3 bitter burger, which is a peculiar dish from Light Burgers. Also need to buy 1 from Imelda. Click, clack, clack, click. Interesting, very interesting. The debate over the independence is even less civil on the Orbalnet. The majority of people seem to be in favor of it, at the moment that is. Yeah, seems like I'll have a steady stream of entertainment for a while. Let the discourse rage, I say. Last is the entertainment district. If I could remember where Ilya is. Look, Rixia and Solly are on stage. Is that Solly Star's princess costume? It's gorgeous. Yeah, but take a closer look at Soldier. It seems like a little comfortable up there. How was that, Avant? Perfect, right? Ilya's gonna be blown away by my skills. Well, I would give it a passing mark, yes. That's all? What about you, Rixia? Tell me what you think. I didn't miss a single step, right? If I had to offer a word of advice, Solly, it would be to put a little more emotion in your movements. It's difficult to explain, but it may help to picture yourself the way you want the audience to see you. How I want them to see me? Can't you be more specific? Randy's right, she is struggling. Should probably leave them be. She here? Wait, where is she? Is she in the apartment? Aha. What are you doing up here, Ilya? Oh, if it isn't my favorite little guy and his merry band of friends, I'm guessing you're here to give us some encouraging words before the revival debut? Something like that. Were you looking in on how Solly and Rixia rehearsal is going? You know it, I can get a great view from up here without them noticing. It's good to see they don't need me there to give it their all. They both remind me of myself when I first joined the troupe. I guess even you were a rookie at some point. Kinda hard to imagine though, huh? Feel free to tell us all about it, we got the time. It's not that I mind, but I wouldn't want to bore you kids to tears. We promise we won't. We'd love to hear your story. I remember all the papers mentioning how high expectations were for your first performance. So you had captivated the city even before debuting. If I may ask, what was it that made you pursue a career on the stage in the first place? Good question. I would say it all started when I watched Arkansas back in my childhood. Oh, I get it. So you wanted to be just like them, is that it? No, not exactly. It's true the production were impressive even then, with a talented cast and elaborate sets. But at the end of every show, I would always feel like something was missing, and I just couldn't accept it. What do you mean? Everyone and their mothers would go on about how amazing Arkansas was. I was afraid there might be something wrong with me to think otherwise. There I was, tiny baby Ilya, thinking, come on, I could do better than that. Can you imagine? A total amateur like me thinking she could outshine Arkansas if she was just given a chance. Wow, so you were just as passionate even when you were little. With that attitude like that, I can already see all the friends you made when you finally landed a spot on the troupe. I won't deny it, I was a talentless, inexperienced amateur dancing on the toes of the real pros, but in my heart I believed I could be the one raise the bar. I told myself that if I let my performance do the talking, then eventually I will earn their respect and win them over. Which makes you who you are today. Maybe. You kids know by now that I'm a perfectionist. The catch is, I don't believe Arkansas has ever put on a perfect show. That's why I went out and mined 2 diamonds in the rough, Rixia and Solly. With the 2 of them at my side, I believe we're oh so close to putting on the ultimate show I dream of. Wow, you Ilya, you're the most ambitious person I've ever met. They say hard work beats talent every time, but in your case Ilya, both of them playing spades. There really is no one like you. Couldn't have said it better myself. Oh please, you don't have to flatter me or a boring story like mine. When you guys finally have the night off, you should come see us. Put on the revival performance. Rixia and Solly are going to set the stage on fire with yours truly. It's going to be our greatest production yet. Of course, count us in. We look forward to seeing you put on the show of your dreams, Ilya. And last but not least, there's a new prize at the casino. The jukebox. I need 2,000. But I only have... Oh, okay. Let me play some cards. Alright, I have got the necessary token. So now let's get back to the SSS building and put the gifts. Not too shabby. Ah, the surfboard, right. I thought it's the magazine. Fancy. Revel. I know that Revel. Claire. He has such a nice, soothing tone, doesn't it? The Riva company is better known as an Erebonia-based instrument manufacturer, but their music boxes are quite popular as well. I used to own a much smaller one that played this exact same song when I was a little girl. I brought it with me while studying abroad, only to end up losing it. I see. Would it have been a memento from my parents? I had given up on replacing it since they were no longer in production, so I was practically beside myself when I found out Imelda had one in stock. I can only imagine. You never really know what you might find in there, huh? Yeah, so I've discovered. Now then, shall we leave, Lloyd? Sounds good. Very sporty, Noel. I think that's just about does it. Do you have a minute, Noel? Lloyd? Yeah, come on in. Is it time to go? Just about. HQ didn't need anything else in particular from us today. Everyone's still getting ready though, so don't feel like you have to rush. What were you writing over there? Official paperwork? Oh yeah, it's just one of my duties as a temporary transfer. I have to send Commander Bales a report each week. I'll keep up the good work. Wow, seems your room isn't so bare bones anymore, huh? You've got a bike here now, and is that pair of racing flags on the wall? Oh, you recognize them. Sure, I did live in Calvo for 2 years. Now that I think about it, I saw a lot more bicycles there than I do here. As for the flags, they have horrible car races over there too, don't they? Yeah, exactly. My late father was especially one of those actually. Back when I was a kid, he bought us some train tickets and took me on a trip to see a race. He was always busy with the CGF, so we only ever went that one time. I see. So is he the reason why you love cars so much? Isn't that obvious, huh? I'd love to watch another race next time I get a vacation off work. No telling when that will be though, if ever. I hear you there. Changing the subject a bit. If there are any bicycle models you recommend, I'd love to hear about that sometime. Oh? Back when I lived in Calvar, I had this friend who was something of a biker. It definitely stroked some interest in me. I was thinking we could go for a ride together on one of our days off. What do you say? That sounds great. Bikes do a lot more than just get you from point A to point B. They're a good way for workout, handy in a pinch, and most importantly, fun to ride. I'll bring you a catalog from my house next time. Thanks, I appreciate it. Wait, what about the jukebox? Who has the jukebox? Is it not Randy? Okay. So only Kea and Tio left, I think. Have we completed Wazy? I don't remember. Oh yeah, we completed Wazy. What's up? Time to roll out? In a bit. HQ didn't need anything else in particular from us today. Don't tell me you've been drinking in here. Be honest with me, Randy. Nah, I wouldn't dare. Now, what we're waiting for, let's head on out. Unbelievable. Still, even though I give him a hard time, I know Randy's responsible when it comes to this sort of thing. He'll probably be fine. Oh, by the way, I feel like you've got a bunch more stuff in your room now. Is that a surfboard up there? Yep, people usually get a lot more use out of them over by the coast though. You can catch some wave on Lake Elm though, so it's not a total waste. Turns out lake surfing ain't too bad. Huh, I didn't know you were into that sort of thing, Randy. And this thing here, what are these called again? I think I saw one in a magazine once. That, my friend, is a jukebox. Plop in 10 mirror coin and it'll play whatever music suits your fancy. You're more likely to find one in some back alley diva than an upscale bar though. This is pretty nice. It almost makes me feel nostalgic in a way. Yeah, I haven't really seen them anywhere around Crossbell though. They're pretty popular out in the sticks, where there's not much to pass time with. I see. Did they have jukeboxes at the bars you used to visit? They sure did. Randy? It's nothing. So anyway, are we heading out or what? Mademoiselle and the others are probably waiting for us. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, we're just missing Tio and Kea, and that's it for the important stuff. Now, before we go to the request, I did found a secret request in the police department that we should probably do first, before I forgot. Margaret, how could you do this to me? You never had eyes for other men before. What changed? I have to do something before I lose her for good. I must... It's Vice Commissioner Pierre. Not often you see him on the first floor. It looks like something's troubling him. The SSS, how long have you all been standing there? Don't tell me you heard what I was saying just now. Well, we didn't catch anything specific, if that makes you feel better. Though you did mention something about a Margaret having eyes for other men. Oh, could that be the name of your favorite hostess, Vice Commissioner? How dare you? You watch your slanderous mouth. Margaret is the name of my miss... Oh, Mrs.? You mean your wife? Oh, I thought you meant mistress. Yes, you fool. Between losing my wedding ring and being passed over to the role of commissioner, she's been nagging me like never before. Wait, what am I doing telling you all of this? That's right, the vice commissioner come off as pretty whipped when he lost his ring. It was months ago, but from the sound of things, it's still giving him grief. So be it, I have no other choices. Beggars can be choosers at times like this. Look alive, SSS, I've given you a top secret mission straight from the vice commissioner. Top secret? What are you talking about? I'll be frank, I would like for you to investigate my wife. You want us to look into your old lady? Would utilizing your position for private matters not violate the department policy? You let me worry about department policy. Time is of the essence here. Consider it a formal support request for whatever they're called. If it makes you feel better, now what do you say? I guess that we could. What should we do? Help the poor guy out. Okay, you clearly need a hand, so can we start over from the beginning? You really helped me then. Good, I'll tell you everything you need to know, but not out in the open. Follow me up in my office, we can discuss the details there. Your wife has been seeing a host? That's right. As I understand it, she's been going to several such clubs lately. However, there's one host in particular whom she's been meeting with in secret. And you're positive this man is a host? I was about to ask the same thing. Don't you think you should have a little more faith in your wife? I do, but I decided to risk it all to find out for sure. That's how I came across the evidence in her purse. Margaret is meeting with a mystery man named Clyde. It was right there in her daily planner. What kind of man has a name like that? It's a sage name. He has to be her. I wouldn't call that irrefutable, but I won't say he's categorically wrong either. Dude's grasping for every straw he could find. So, you think she's seeing a host, do you? Sorry to tell you, but I've never heard of one who goes by Clyde, and believe me, I would have. What? Seriously, Wazy? Hey, it's a social business. Generally speaking, I know the names of all the hosts working the clubs in the entertainment district. I cannot rule out the chance that he's some rookie who slipped my notice, though. Wait just a minute. You seem awfully knowledgeable about all of this. Don't tell me you're the new addition to the SSS, the one who is in fact a host? Why, yes. You scoundrel! You're a member of the police force. What would people say if they found out what you did off duty? Please try to calm down, Vice Commissioner. What matters right now is figuring out what exactly your wife has been up to. That's right. And trust us, we've already tried to lecture him on the particular issue. There's no getting through to him. Their words, not mine. Back on topic, you mentioned searching through your wife's purse, correct? Not that I condone the act, but did you find anything else that might benefit our investigation? Well, let me think. Aha, now I remember. Her appointment reminders also had a location pencil in alongside them. Apparently, she's been visiting the restaurant in the Central Square almost every afternoon. The restaurant in Central Square, you mean Wingsap? If this Clyde truly is a host, why would he meet your wife in broad daylight? It's not uncommon, a little secret tries while the husband's at work. It happens more often than you think. Plenty of hosts have regulars they only meet during the day. Then I'm right, aren't I? Again, Vice Commander, settle down. And could you stop riling him on purpose, Wazy? Who, me? Why, I'll never. At any rate, I think we have a good grasp on the situation now. Would you mind stepping back and leaving in the investigation to us? Fine, whatever you think is best. Just make sure you get to the bottom of this, but do so with the utmost discretion. Am I clear? Understood, we'll get right on it. Man, I cannot believe we agreed to this. To be fair, the Vice Commissioner did seem genuinely concerned about his wife. I think it's worth investigating until we see the truth of the matter for ourselves. If we must. So, where should we begin? Let's try the restaurant in Central Square first. If his wife has been there with this alleged host often, we might be able to get some information from that too directly. That sounds like a good place to start. Shall we be off? Why is he so into this? Wingsap it is. I hope this is not a long quest, because we don't have much time. Look. Haha, you have a keen eye, Margaret? Forgive me if I'm being out of line, but you truly are wasted on your husband. Oh, Clyde, you always have such a way with words. That's the man we were told about, and sure enough, he's with the Vice Commissioner's wife. So this is Clyde, is it? He doesn't look like any host I've ever met before. Grab a seat nearby so we don't call any attention to ourselves. There's a chance we'll manage to find something out. Understood. Let's split up and sit at the different tables then. You guys are so obvious, oh my god. Oh yes, I looked over that pamphlet from before, and after seeing those photos, well, I just about fell in love on the spot. Did you now? Perhaps the two of us could go and visit sometime then. If you like, I could even arrange for a room at the hotel. Oh, now there's no need for that. I've already gone, and the view was just magnificent, not a single thing to complain about. That's wonderful. And it certainly simplifies things too. Now we can move the plans forward a bit and... They do seem comfortable around each other. It sounds like they're planning a trip to Michelin together. Still, something seems off. To start, the guy's being way too much of a kiss-ass. Still don't have any decisive evidence yet though. Let's keep listening and then... Well now, with that out of the way, I'll just be excusing myself. Of course. Oh, and I'll see you again at the club? At New Blanc in the entertainment district, yes. You can expect me there, ma'am. I wouldn't want to keep you from what you've been dreaming of any longer than necessary. I can hardly wait. It does seem suspicious, but I don't think he's a host. I guess the date is over. What should we do, Lloyd? We have yet to find anything concrete. Let's keep tailing them. Randy, Wazy, and I will go to after Clyde. Ellie, Tio, and Noel, you three follow Margaret. Make sure you don't get spotted no matter what. Understood. Let's blow this. Things are heating up nicely. Sorry to keep you waiting, Clyde. I brought what we discussed. Ah yes, thank you very much, sir. So, how did things go? Very well, actually. She's been quite enthusiastic about the idea. We'll be closing the deal later at New Blanc. That's good to hear. Well, it's almost time for the next cruise ship to leave. I'll head back to Michelin and make sure everything is in order. It's all up to you now, Clyde. Secure this contract and I'll rocket you straight to the top of the firm. I won't let you down, sir. Oh, I don't think this is... I think they're signing something. Is it an apartment, you think? It sounds like... Okay, Clyde, you got this. Yeah, he's selling a plot of land or something. There he goes, the guy sure is fired up. And from the sound of it, he's meeting up with the Vice Commissioner's wife at New Blanc. What should we do now? No need to keep tailing him now that we got what we need, right? Yeah, let's contact Ellie and the others. We should regroup at the police headquarters for now. I think we have just enough to nail down who this Clyde person is. Well, how did the investigation go? Has my wife been having an affair with a host or what? Please calm down, Vice Commissioner. Ellie, what happened when you trailed Miss Margaret? Well, we watched her as closely as we could, but we didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. She eventually went back home to the residential district, and she didn't even meet anyone else on the way. However, she does plan to meet this Clyde person in New Blanc later. But what? What does he think he's doing? Taking my wife in the city place like that? Oh, that's the last straw. I'll assemble an entire SWAT team and storm New Blanc. I told you to calm down, Vice Commissioner. Last thing you want to do is send armed officers there, you know, considering who owns the place. What am I supposed to do then? For every second we waste, that host gets closer to sinking his lecherous fang into my Margaret. I don't think you have to worry about her falling prey like that, at least not as far as hosts are concerned. Well, what do you mean? Well, did I figure out from the start, but I don't think this Clyde is a host at all. But pardon me? Well, if he isn't a host, then what in idiot's name is he? Salesman. From what we could tell, Clyde is most likely a salesman. Salesman? Going off his speech pattern, it did sound like he wanted to sell something, just not his body for a good time. Exactly, his attitude in itself is proof that he's anything but a host. Gentlemen such as myself work hard to give lonely mesdames a brief reprieve from their otherwise painfully mundane lives. A top-class host escorts his lady with courtesy, but he would never humble himself more than necessary. We aren't there to grovel. I don't know if I'll put like that was it, but my conclusion is more or less the same. From what I could tell, Clyde and your wife didn't look at all like they were having an affair. If push, I would say they come off more as a buyer and seller. That's the impression I got anyway. Seeing as they've met several times now, it wouldn't be unreasonable to say they're working out on a business deal of some kind. Even if all this is true, just what sort of purchases does he sweet talking my wife into? Well, if we keep running with this theory, I think we can figure out what kind of salesman he is. Clyde most likely deals in real estate. So he was trying to sell her a property. Now that you mention it, Michelin came up during their conversation on Wings app. At first I thought it was about a vacation, but that pamphlet suggested otherwise. Yeah, it was probably promoting upscale properties for sale in Michelin. Plus, after we tailed him to the Harbor District, Clyde received something from a man in a suit. That's right, the way they spoke to each other gave me the sense that it was his boss. He might have been delivering him a contract of some sort that needed her signature. If we piece all of this together, Clyde is a real estate agent who's been in talks with your wife about buying a property, and it's going to along smoothly. Miss Margaret was so receptive, she went to Michelin herself to scope out the location. Assuming this is all true, it will explain why she's been meeting with this man so often. Hey, yeah, it's all starting to fall into place. And today they entered the final negotiations, which means the contract will be signed during their meeting at Noel Blanc. Yes, I think I get the gist of it now. Wait just a second, that would mean Margaret is trying to buy property in Michelin without even consulting me? Wouldn't it? I'm not made of money. Does she know how little Vice Commissioner makes? How does that woman expect to scrounge up that kind of mirror? Maybe she took out a loan. That's a possibility. He may even have convinced her to take on an unnecessarily large one. This is when I could have imagined. I know what I must do. I'm going to storm into Noel Blanc myself. I'm not going to let this shark swindle my wife right underneath my nose. I'll give this Clyde fellow a piece of my mind and drag Margaret out of there if this is the last thing I do. Thus spoke the henpecked husband. I feel like we just flipped some horrible switch inside of him. I'll tell you what, we're already here, so why don't we all go lend you a hand? It wouldn't be wise to charge Mr. Noel Blanc by your lonesome, don't you think? I can argue with that, but is that really the reason you want to go? You have a real penchant for chasing drama, you know that, Wazy? I have the slightest clue what you mean. Regardless, if we don't hold him back, I highly doubt anyone else will. Yeah, we don't got much choice. I'm not too stoked about it, but I think it can get us into the place. My old pal, Zach, is probably on bouncer duty at the door right about now. But the devils are all mumbling over there. I'm headed for Noel Blanc and you're coming with me, that's fine. Yes, sir. And that's what's up. Think you can let us squeeze on in, Zach? Oh, and we'll want to keep this a secret from Shirley and Uncle Sigmund but I'm sure you already know that part. I was just wondering when you will show up again. Didn't think it would be as an errand boy though. You really have lost your touch, huh, Commander Randall? Just like the young miss said. Stop calling me that already. I think this is the same Jaeger we saw in the front Crimson of Co before. Alright. I'll look the other way this once. Think of it as a little favor from me to you. Just don't stir up any trouble inside, got it? I won't say a peep to the young miss or the vice leader either. Sounds good? Just dandy. Well, I played my part. Looks like they haven't arrived yet, so you better get inside if you're gonna ambush them. Think I'm gonna sit this one out though. That's fine. We should keep a lower profile anyway. Well, I'm going one way or another now. Decide amongst yourself who else will be joining me. Someone's worked up about this. His bravado has carried him too far to back up now. I'll go. I've been looking forward to this since we took the request. The Vice Commissioner, Lloyd, and myself should be plenty, yes? Yeah, that should work. The rest of us will remain here on standby then. Make sure to contact us with your enigmas if you need backup. Okay, you two, let's head inside. Yes, in we go. Okay, we requested that your wife and that man be seated at the table over here once they enter the club. I see, that'll do just fine. And if it turns out that he really is some crooked real estate agent, I'll see to his arrest myself. Believe me when I say I would love to see that. Aha, don't look down, but I think that's them over there. Excuse me, I have a reservation for 2 under Clyde. Ah yes, right this way, sir. My, but this is a fancy club. Oh, is this your first time visiting, Margaret? I would think you've already seen everything Crossbell has to offer with your husband so high up in the police. Oh please, that's a riot. He may be the vice commissioner, but his salary is peanuts. He'd much rather drink the night away with some hostess in a dingy bar than take his own wife out to dinner. My apologies then. It may only be noon, but allow me to kickstart the proceedings by buying you a drink. I'll be happy to accept. Don't worry, Vice Commissioner. Quiet you. I don't need you to tell me what to do. So what if this nudity little taproom is beyond my means? A dingy bar suits me better. What's so wrong with that? Nothing, just that your overwhelming inferiority complex. Bringing it with us was a mistake. Shall we get down to business then? As you requested, the purchase agreement for the villa in Michelin's residential area. Simply sign your name on the dotted line and it's all yours. Oh, how I've been waiting for this moment. I would be more than happy to sign. You're right, it's a contract for a property at the resort. So what's the plan now? We still haven't learned whether this deal is on up and up or not. Stay away from my wife, you charlatan. What? Yeah? Oh no, this can only go well. What in the world are you doing here? Cancel this deal at once, Margaret. This crooked realtor is swindling you. I beg your pardon? No, hold on just a moment. Crooked? I haven't done anything wrong in the least. Oh, funny joke, comedy man. You cannot fool me. You're whining and dining my wife, bothering her up into taking some kind of ridiculous loan out of this property, aren't you? Pierre, if you cold stay in Gehenna before I'll let you sink your grubby claws into us like that. Pierre, stay silent, woman, as the CPD's Vice Commissioner. Pierre. I'm sorry, Snookums. This was the quickest render I've ever seen. Did you hear the whip crap? You go, Margaret. God, how do I put up with you? Supposed to be a vice commissioner, how could you so blindly jump into the wrong conclusion and treat this man like a criminal? Have you no shame? Well, yeah, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Hold on, are you saying this is all a misunderstanding? Wait, it is? Well, now I'm hooked. Go on, Margaret, spill the tea and don't leave a drop. Very well. Firstly, Clyde here is a respectable realtor who deals in luxury properties. Your assessment was wrong to begin with. There's nothing crooked about him at all. I don't understand. We don't have nearly enough funds to splurge for something like that. Actually, I recently took up trading stock in my spare time, and I've been making a tidy profit ever since. These past few days I've earned more than your salary could in half a decade. Stock. To be honest, my patience with you has reached its limits. You're a pitiful man who can hardly look his own wife in the eye. Even your position was only earned through luck and connections. And I don't know if it's just so you can avoid being at home with me, but your late night drinking binges are straining our finances. You were in much better mood when you thought you were the next commissioner in line after the old one was dismissed, but then the other vice commissioner was chosen over you. Your sour grapes have made you grouse and complain incessantly ever since. Isn't that a little harsh, ma'am? Quite honestly, I didn't think I could live with you any longer. That was the reason I consulted Clyde. I hoped to use my earnings to purchase a home for myself. The plan was to separate from you before eventually filing for a divorce. Originally, that is. Out come the claws, now it's getting good. Maybe you're born without the ability to feel compassion? Wait, did you just say originally? Huh? I did. You organized all of this because you were afraid of losing me, didn't you? Up to now, you've been too afraid of me to step foot in the house. I'm impressed that you went through with all of this. So tonight, I want you to come home so that we can sit down and talk this through together. Margaret, I'm very sorry, Clyde, but we're going to have to put this purchase on hold. That can't be, Margaret. We were so close. It's not as if I canceled the deal entirely, but it was wrong for me to negotiate alone. I look forward to discussing this again in the future. Pierre and I might not be separating, but the property still interests me. I'm sure I'll purchase it eventually. I would have preferred to close the deal today, but I suppose I cannot force you to sign a contract. I'll just excuse myself then. Oh, Clyde, you really are an upstanding guy. It turns out Clyde wasn't guilty of anything in the end. It makes me feel kind of bad for suspecting him the way we did. Oh, who cares about his feelings? What matters is what we kept the vice commissioner's thinking marriage afloat. I should be going too, Pierre. I'll see you again tonight. We have plenty to discuss, so come straight home after work, understood? Yes, Newcomb. And so he dons the leash yet again. Excellent work today, SSS. We're glad that everything worked out in the end. It's a relief to know your wife wasn't being taken advantage of. That's all well and good, yes, but now I'm going to be paying out the nose for a villa I've never even seen before. Thank the goddess we're not getting a divorce at least. I suppose we can use the new place as a weekend retreat. Margaret did seem charmed by it for what it's worth. Yeah man, sometimes you gotta give in and let the lady have what she wants. Besides, the funds are coming out of her own stock market earnings in the first place, which is a whole different can of worms. How did Margaret even manage to... As if I needed another reminder of how much more capable she is than me. You reap what you sow, as they say. But be that as it may, as long as I'm still a married man at the end of the day, I'm grateful. You have my thanks, SSS. Anytime, Vice Commissioner, you can always count on us. We'll just show ourselves out now. Oh gosh, that took longer than I thought, but I think that is it for this episode. When we come back, we're gonna tackle the rest of the support requests of day 1 of chapter 3. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. Until next time, bye.